and welcome to the Gnostic Mystic. This is the reading for Scorpio for the month of July of 2026. We are going into Mercury retrograde this coming month. Excellent. And we all love that time of the month when things slow down, communication gets a little bit muddled sometimes, technology can sometimes be a little bit difficult for us. Overall, it can just be a bit of a trying time. So if you're thinking about signing any new contracts or getting into any new business ventures, I'll take them both. Might not be a great time for that. Might want to hold off on that for a little bit. You do have the strawberry full moon, June 29th at the end of the month, which basically is focusing on new ambitions, new career ideas, new opportunities, things like that. So, you know, a little bit unfortunate that those two things coincide, right? If you're looking at a new opportunity or something new coming and you've got Mercury retrograde right in your house, but maybe that's just telling you to take a second if you have some new exciting ideas and really think about them before you put anything into action. Because if you got something good, you don't want to just jump into it, right? I flipped around. Let's take you. Okay. And today we are doing a, keep going. Today we are going to be doing a traditional Celtic cross spread and just looking at your overall for the month of July. And the way that I read these is, fun. The section on the left, this one we're doing right now, the cross itself, is kind of like reality that you're dealing with, real life as it stands, the world, the earthbound things, the things that are happening here, the things that are happening on this plane, the things that you have control over and how you are controlling them. Woo, flip around. I don't want all those, but that did flip out, so we're going to take you. Well, how lovely. All right. So for the month of July, it looks like we have got some great energy here. This is you in the center of the deck. This is your energy, the Four of Wands, how you're kind of coming into everything here. And this is a card of stability, a lot of familial community feeling here, family being very strong and supportive, your foundations being very strong and supported, you kind of happy, content. It's a nice card. It's a pleasant card, right? It's a joyful card. And to have the energy that you're crossed with be the sun, well, what a delight, right? It's so bright you can almost not even see it in the camera. So the sun is very, very light, shiny, wonderful energy, shining light on things, shining light on possibly new ideas, shining light on things in your family, but it all seems very positive. I wouldn't say it's shining any kind of bad light. I do see we have a little bit of a whoopsies here, or a chink in the works, or some kind of kink in the armor. The Ten of Swords is a pretty rough card. I mean, it's not as bad as the Knight of Swords, but it is a card of plaguing thoughts, things that have been affecting you negatively, affecting your mindset negatively, kind of maybe making you doubt yourself, making you doubt a plan, really not going along very much so with this Sun and Four of Wands energy. But it seems like paired with this King of Pentacles, they kind of jumped out together. They came out as a pair. The King of Pentacles is very much a slow, steady, the kind of energy that creates this Sun and Four of Wands energy, this kind of strong, daddy, has it together kind of energy. You've got money, but you know how to use it. You're not throwing it away. You have a reliable Lexus, right? Rather than having a Maybach or something like that. You're like that. But I think that you may have been feeling a little bit, maybe you've just felt a little bit of financial struggle, or maybe you felt a little bit of the pressure recently of this family life, of the I guess you'd say the design of this, or the beauty of this, or the awesomeness of this kind of situation being propped up by this. Maybe that was creating a little bit of concern in your own mind that you wouldn't be able to maintain that level of keeping up with the Joneses. That could maybe be what this Ten of Swords is. Whatever the situation, it's the grounding earthbound energy here. This is kind of what you're bringing into it, which I would say might just be coming from it could be any number of things. Could be a chemical thing. I mean, I'm not a doctor, so this is, of course, you take it as you read it, but it could be something where you are just having a little bit of depression, just finding yourself a little bit down about your holding it down. But I think you know that you've really got it. Okay, you've got it together. Maybe you don't have as much help as you'd like, although I feel like the Four of Wands is usually a card of a supported, system, familial, more than just one person, but maybe you're the person who's been kind of having to hold it down. And maybe you feel like there's a little bit of a weight on your shoulders to keep that kind of responsibility steady and to keep everything copacetic, to keep everything at this sun level. And the Judgment is the energy kind of coming in, the energy that's coming in from spirit from above, which is the rebirth. And Judgment, the original Judgment card, when you see it in the Rider-Waite, it is the bodies coming up out of the graves and Judgment Day and them, going forth and being reborn anew. And I think this is energy of allowing yourself to let go of that judgment, freeing yourself of the fear of the judgment of not being able to perform at the level that you can. Like the energy that spirit is trying to give you, or the energy that your path is trying to put you on, is an energy of rebirth and regrowth and renewal and moving forward and forgiveness and allowing yourself to move forward with it, to not dwell on it, the justice has already been done, right? This is the judgment time. You've already decided on what the issue was and whether or not it was bad or good. It's time to move forward now with that and not dwell on it. Don't worry about it. So I think that the energy you're getting from Source is basically saying, don't worry about whatever this is that you're worried about. You are this King of Pentacles. You are this stable force, this, stable financial force, this paternal, maternal, got it on lock kind of force. And that because of that, you will reap what you sow, right? Judgment is you will reap what you sow. What will come to you is the thing that you planted. So I think that if you're planting these coins, you're probably going to be okay. Don't plant a bunch of negative thoughts, plant coins. So the energy that has been in and is heading out, we've got the Two of Cups, which can be a romantic energy. I mean, certainly this card points towards a romantic energy. It doesn't necessarily have to be. It can just be an energy of partnership, an energy of friendship, a business partnership, just something where you feel like you're being fed with another cup, like two cups are pouring together into one sort of feeling, that you are bringing two halves together and it is making it feel whole. So I think that this coming in, I mean, it's lovely that was your energy. You might have had a relationship just recently start. If so, congratulations. You may have found that there is somebody that has come into the picture that could be a person that you feel like could share a little bit in the weight of this thing that you're holding down. Maybe you are single and you are looking to start a new relationship with somebody who can be a part of this, this thing that you've built. And so I think that maybe you have your eye on somebody, maybe somebody has piqued your interest. Perhaps that person's already here and you know who I'm talking about. Or again, perhaps it's like a business partner or somebody that you've met, a friend that just really fills your cup, right? Like they make you feel whole together. They make you feel good, and they make you feel good about the future. So that, as you're exiting energy, is great. It means you're set right now on a foundation of hopefulness going into the future. And then your future, just looks so bright, right? My goodness, the sun and the star, you're just shining all around, my friend. Well, I mean, Scorpio is having a time. So how lovely that you have the Star, which is one of my favorite cards of the tarot. It's the card of shining. It's the card of wish fulfillment. It's the card of effort being put in and reaping good reward from that effort. It's the card of getting luck now because you have put forth luck is preparation meeting timing, right? So I think that's maybe what we're seeing here with the Star, is that you've got some of that coming in for you. You've got some of that timing now showing up, coming into your life, that's going to align with some of that preparation that you have put into it. So that's very exciting. All right, so now we're going to see on the right, over here, this side is my side of, whereas this is more like the earthbound energy, this is more the energy of what you are doing, what your meat suit is doing, how it's reacting to things, how it's taking the energy from Source. This is more what Source is giving you. This is more what the layout of the spirit has for you. And so this is really quite nice, if we're honest. You've had quite a lot of major arcana. I mean, the last few reads I've done have had almost none, so it's nice that you have so much, and they're such good major arcana. They're very happy, buoyant, bright major arcana. You've got the Ten of Pentacles here as what your energy, your real spirit energy in the situation is the Ten of Pentacles, which is great. As we all know, the Ten of Pentacles is a fantastic card. A card of abundance, a card of building a legacy. This King of Pentacles setting up this situation for his family or for her family. That Ten of Pentacles is the result of that King of Pentacles effort, right? For sure. So that's just lovely. And the Eight of Pentacles is the energy surrounding you, ancestral energy, spiritual energy, the stuff that you're siphoning off of, good, bad, you know, just what's around you. It could be negative energy, hopefully not. This certainly doesn't look that way. The energy surrounding you is the energy of building upon things. You have spirit is helping to give you that vibe of you are going to be enterprising with whatever you've been doing and you've been bearing these pentacles for. You know, this lifestyle that you've been creating, this thing that you've been thinking maybe this person could help you with, getting a little bit more involved in to pick up some of the slack. You're maybe thinking that the energy is there that's going to all be helpful. It wants to help you make this thing. It wants to be there to get the wheels greased and moving. So if you have a person that you think might be somebody who might want to join in, I would potentially go out and maybe give it a shot, maybe see if they're interested, because it seems like the energies around you are working towards being more productive and having the wheels moving so that things are producing and things are manufacturing and building the way that you want them to. The High Priestess is your hopes and fears in this situation. I mean, again, lovely. I would say these are mostly hopes. High Priestess is a very wise card. It's a feminine card for sure, but it's more feminine, like feminine energy, the energy of wisdom, of the Mother Mary. I think that's even kind of what this is alluding to here with the halo business and all that. The High Priestess is being level-headed, being zen about the decision-making, looking at it from a spiritual perspective, knowing that there are rules that need to be played by, but understanding that the severity with which you take those rules should be, you know, held at a reasonable standard, and in alignment with your spiritual goals and what you want to do with yourself spiritually, and that you don't necessarily want, but I will say, interesting, that right after that you have the Hierophant, which is kind of like the partner card to the High Priestess, like the male version of the High Priestess, and these two came out one right after the other. The High Priestess actually tried to jump out at me earlier in this position, and I put it back because it didn't quite fall out, and then when the two jumped out, she jumped out right now. I was like, obviously that's what they want. So the High Priestess, your hopes and fears, I think you're really hoping that you are not sacrificing maybe your spirituality for your financial benefit, for your material benefit. And I'm going to tell you, I don't think you are. I really don't think you are. I think the effort that you're putting into this effort that you're making, the methodical financial decisions and planning that you're making, the attempts at maintaining a good, happy, buoyant household, stability all around you. I mean, these cards are all very stable aside from that Ten of Swords. And that Ten of Swords did jump out with the King of Pentacles. So, I mean, take it as you will. I would even maybe say it's kind of on its own there. It feels a little bit... You know what, let's clarify it. Let's go ahead and clarify that. Because I feel like your cards, the Four of Wands, the Sun, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's a good time. Things are looking nice. Things are looking lovely. But I am curious about this Ten of Swords with the King of Pentacles. Because the King of Pentacles to me reads like I said, that's the energy of building this Four of Wands, building this sunlight. So the Ten of Swords, I've got the Queen of Swords came out. The Seven of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so maybe... That's a lot of swords to help explain all those swords. You know what? It kind of looks to me, if I'm honest, like there might be some shady dealings that you're thinking about getting into to make this financial situation happen. Or maybe you think that you've had to withhold some truths or be a little bit sly with some of your behavior, and you may not be 100% sure about like how you're feeling with There we go. You're not 100% sure about how you're feeling with like the way you're having to strategically do this, the way you're having to make everything. There you are. Hey, I'm in focus now. The way you're trying to run off with these swords at night, right? I think you're a little bit concerned. I think this Ten of Swords might be you being like, oh, maybe it would just be so much easier if I did this other thing. And I know about it. I've got this Queen of Swords. Like it's something I'm aware of. It's an idea that I have that could be good. It could work. And it's, you know, I want to tell, maybe I want to tell somebody about it. It's a way of making this money. It's a way of building this money that would just be maybe a little bit beneath you. Might be a little bit, I don't want to say shiesty, but just a little bit like skeezy, maybe. Like, I don't know. Or you feel like that about it, even if it isn't that way necessarily. But the Seven of Swords to me is a card of, especially in this context, trying to like articulate what this means. It feels like, again, the Eight of Coins coming in again, as it was over here. I do think that the general energy surrounding all of this is building towards something, is investing in, you know, working towards something, whether that's actually investing in something or building a business or building a manufacturing something or studying for a test that's going to get you somewhere or whatever. But there's some kind of like, making of things or investing in things to build a bigger thing, to keep it stronger, to keep it more fortified. And I think maybe you have found some ideas, you have come across some ideas here, some good ideas maybe, but that are a little bit, that are just maybe a little bit, and I think that you are trying to stay, you know, I think this High Priestess and this Hierophant too, I think you're trying to stay above board. I think you feel really good about what you're doing, excited about your opportunities. You feel strongly about what you've already been doing, that it's been working basically. And maybe you're feeling like you need to do more right now, or you're nervous that like you need to be a little more extra or something with the way you're going about things in order to satisfy this new person or to get them on board. I don't think you need to. I don't think you need to do any of that. It seems to me like what you're already doing is pretty good, at least for the month of July. Let's see what we've got. I didn't really have a card in mind yet. I just started aimlessly shuffling, so I'm not going to take that one. I would like to see this Two of Cups. I'd like to see a little bit on this Two of Cups, because I feel like I get now what we're talking about with that Ten of Swords. So this Two of Cups, interesting. Haha, the Lovers. There's got to be somebody. There's got to be somebody out there that you're looking at, or there's something. There's some kind of partnership that you, again, could be a friend, could be a very close friend, but you have just recently had a great time with somebody close to you. Bam. Like, you recently just had a really good time with somebody who makes you feel really good being in their presence, whether it is a love interest or it is a friend or it is a business partner. You just had a good time with that person and it lit you up and you feel great. I really think that's what that is, especially the double down with the Lovers. And this is what's leaving. Again, this is the recent past. So what's coming in the Star, again, I think that you're just in a good place. I think you've been doing a lot of building. As I say that, the Three of Coins comes out. Funny, because the Three of Coins is all about building. I think you've just been doing a lot of building. And I think that you've been trying to be strategic about it, but you're trying to be above board about it. You're trying to find ways to get maybe more money from other sources, robbing Peter to pay Paul, but you're trying to do it in a way that you feel good about. And you don't feel like you're doing anything untoward, or that you're being, taking from anybody unnecessarily, or that things are somehow not like as wholesome as they could be. And trying to figure out, or in trying to continue to make this situation of yours solid. Sorry, a whole bunch of cards just flew out and I had to grab them. Oh gosh! Okay, I think we might be coming to the end because the cards are just flying out at me en masse. I did want to get one more for the Hierophant because I just want to get a little bit more clarity on like the finality of this. Yeah, that was just the same thing that landed on top of those other cards. So the Hierophant being the final thing here, past the High Priestess, your hopes and fears that you're going to be able to do this, you're going to be able to stay above board. I think that you are. I think that you're going to find that nice balance. I think that you're going to keep doing what you're doing is kind of what the Hierophant tells me, is that it's working. It's making you feel good. Yeah, you're going to keep building. That 3 of coins came out a couple times, so I think that really wanted to show itself. It's this 3 of coins and this and the Wheel of Fortune. So to me, that's saying you're building, you're working, you're still doing it, you're still doing this thing that you've been doing to keep everything stable. You're gonna let the chips fall where they may with the Wheel of Fortune. You're gonna let things kind of fall out how they're gonna fall out, but you're gonna keep staying steady about it. You're gonna keep staying methodical about the way you're doing it. Just keep following the rules that you've laid down for yourself. You're going to allow yourself to be inspired, right? Allow yourself to feel your spiritual self, your intuition guide you in what you're doing. Don't be too grounded in reality all the time. That's good for building money and it is good for enacting your plans, but it is in those moments of peace and in those moments of clarity and creativity and imagination where you find new avenues to do the things that you want to do that could potentially get you there faster or get you there more successfully. So overall, I think this has been a pretty nice reading. Very nice reading. We're going to do an oracle card to close everything off. That's just like a piece of advice from Spirit on what to do for this month of July. I mean, again, I think it seems like keeping pace with what you're doing, staying super positive, staying in this excellent mindset that you're currently in, and this great feeling of happiness, you know, trying to stay in touch with whatever that person was or keeping up with that partnership that was making you feel so good that you've been recently in, I would say is probably a smart choice. But let's see, Spirit, give us a piece of advice, please. One piece of advice for Scorpio for the month of July. Give us one piece of advice. Oh, we flipped around, okay. The Keeper of Secrets, the Raven. Interesting. Okay, so that is, well, we also had on the bottom of the deck, Holy Stone Protection. So we're going to do the Raven first, which is 31. Boop. 31, which is 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 also, like our 4 of Wands, right? A stable number. Again, this is just a very it's a very stable reading that you had here. I think these are all even numbers too. Is everything an even number here? No, that's okay. But still, all these cards of Pentacle cards, strong, even numbers, very stable. 2 of Cups, like everything feels very stable and grounded. A raven arrives at those times when the veils are thin between your worlds, giving you the ability to shape your reality through the integration of spirit and matter. As you let go into the void and really trust the process, you will be led to understandings of your current situation based upon knowledge of the greater picture. Again, right? Letting the chips fall where they may. Trust any visions at this time and know that the nature of light is to penetrate the darkness, which your sun, right? There you go. In order for integration to take place, you are in the process of shedding light upon situations in your life and are being initiated into mysteries. Keep secrets and hold your tongue. High note, occult gifts are being activated. Low note, shadows on the soul require attention. So it seems like this is saying, look, it's time for you to take care of yourself spiritually. Listen to your intuition. That's going to give you insight on how to move forward if you're trying to find different ways to move forward with this. But again, I think that if you don't even want to do much more, you don't need to. Like, trust your intuition on that. Trust yourself. And you don't need to go telling everybody your business either about it. If you've got a good thing going and it's going well for you, you know, 7 of Swords could also be about that, about keeping that secret to yourself, about keeping this well laid out thing that seems to be working for you to yourself for now. You know, sometimes that's okay. And then the last thing we got underneath here, the Holy Stone, and I was compelled to take a pic of that as well. So that is, Holy Stone shows that you are standing in your psychic power at the moment and are, or shortly will be, fully aware of energies that are circulating around you or those you care about. Utilize this sensitivity by tuning in regularly to check that environments are clear and clean. Holy Stone is especially linked into the dark crone goddess, interesting, such as Hecate and Caradwen, who can be hailed when atmospheres are oppressive or draining. The goddess assists you. Earth elementals can also sometimes appear to mop up the denser energy, so don't be alarmed if you happen to catch moments of some little people out of the corner of your eye. High note, expected blessing. Low note, physically protect any new projects. So, yeah, I think this is basically saying you've got energy around you that you can be pulling from. do be aware of the vibrations that you're linking with any new ideas that you're working for or working from, but that right now your ancestral energy, the energy surrounding you, are really supporting what you're doing. They're supporting your vision as it's unfolding. And I think that your relationships that you have right now around you are also supporting what is unfolding. So overall, looks like a pretty stellar month. Scorpio, looks like you're going to be going forward pretty steady. Again, Mercury in retrograde, so just keep things in mind that slow and steady wins the race. Don't bother pushing too hard this month, and know that the energy is on your side to take that path. Thank you so much for being here. If any of this resonated with you, please like, comment below if you have anything you'd like to say, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.